There is a story hidden behind the pages of Scripture, a story so disturbing that it explains why God judged the ancient world with a flood. It speaks of forbidden unions, corrupted humanity, and giants that were never meant to exist. This is the story of the Nephilim, and the Book of Enoch reveals their forbidden origin. Genesis 6:1-4 says, Genesis tells us that when the sons of God came to the daughters of men, the Nephilim were born. They were described as mighty men of old, men of renown. And who were the sons of God? Why did their actions change the world so dramatically? And why did God respond with judgment? Job 1-6 and Jude 1-6 says that the phrase sons of God is used to describe angelic beings. Jude confirms that some angels did not keep their proper place and abandoned their assigned position. The Book of Enoch explains that these angels were known as the Watchers beings, appointed to observe humanity, not interfere with it. According to Enoch, the Watchers made a collective decision to descend to earth. They crossed a boundary God had set and took human wives. This act was forbidden. It was rebellion against divine order. And it opened the door to corruption that spread across the earth. From this forbidden union came the Nephilim giants who were not fully human. Enoch describes them as beings of great strength who consumed the resources of humanity and filled the earth with violence. Genesis confirms this outcome, stating that the earth became corrupt and filled with violence. The Watchers did not only corrupt humanity physically, they corrupted it spiritually and morally. They taught humans knowledge God never approved, the making of weapons, sorcery and enchantments, astrology and secret arts. Civilization advanced, but holiness disappeared. Knowledge without obedience led to destruction. Genesis 6:5-7 says, God saw that human wickedness was great and that every intention of the heart was continually evil. The corruption was no longer limited, it had spread everywhere. The flood was not only judgment, it was an act of preservation. God was protecting the future of humanity. Numbers 13:33 says after the flood, the Israelites encountered giants in the land of Canaan. This shows that the Nephilim influence did not completely vanish from human history. Matthew 24:37 says Jesus said the last days would be like the days of Noah. The days of Noah were marked by moral corruption, violence, spiritual rebellion. Genesis 5:24 and Hebrews 11:5 says, Enoch lived in the middle of this corruption, yet he walked with God. He did not compromise. He did not follow the crowd, and God preserved him. Holiness is possible even in a fallen world. The forbidden origin of the Nephilim reminds us that crossing God's boundaries always leads to destruction. But it also reminds us that God protects those who walk with Him. As the world moves closer to the pattern of Noah's days, the call remains the same. Walk with God, remain faithful. Stay ready,